Absolutely, LD. I don't respect Malaya one bit for putting blame back on to the children in this sense and utilizing the autism spectrum disorder and their interpretation of that in consideration of the lifestyle and how it is that they're living like filthy fucking rodents. Dripping with disgust. You look like you fuckers stink. Absolute zero sympathy for Malaya in this. You moved this fucking asshole in after 2 weeks, brainchild. What did you think was going to go on? What did you think the risk factors were with just meeting randos on the internet and you fucking moved them in? Next thing you know, he unalives your 2 fucking kids. This is a Facebook dating horror story, friends. You're very generous, Helicopter Grandma. Thank you very much. Helicopter Grandma, can we listen to JM again? Puts a lot into perspective for you. Yeah, we can do that. What the hell's going on? This NyQuil's finally getting to Charity's head. She's running around here like a crazy person. But getting back to this message, which is on your screen right here. These are little leaks in real time that could indicate, like here's Danny referencing more than one CPS visit. The fact that Jack and Lily had behavioral issues, says the suspect. Now, ain't nobody else talking about the kids having behavioral issues except Daniel. You know what I mean? So here's the suspect interpreting something to be behavioral issues. Here's a place where you can further follow up. Oh, exactly. What do you mean? What sort of behavioral issues, Danny, are you talking about in reference to the missing kids? And he was always in charge of getting them up, getting them down, potty training. There wasn't much left. Look at everything that he seemed to have accomplished in under 24 months while living together. Everything that the children needed was done in under like 18 to 20 months in that sense, rather than over the course of an entire childhood. Like for this guy doesn't even fucking represent. Listen, asshole. Jack's still running around in a pull-up. Obviously not potty trained. I'm not even judging him for that, but what I'm saying to you is you're already taking credit for something that hasn't happened yet. Why? It's, I guess, ironic in that sense. It's because he's trying to take credit for it in an effort to bolster his own image in front of a bunch of strangers and police. He doesn't have Malaya to sit there and shake her head. Oh yeah, he's just fantastic. He's just a fantastic fucking tweaker. I couldn't have asked for more. So she immediately admits to abuse, neglect in a way that could be prosecuted in the court of law because of her admission to Belinda about finding out that suspect number 1, Daniel Martel, was engaged in hardcore rug activity, consumption mainly, the day before she got induced with Meadow. These guys really move fast. Holy Hannah, you guys really move fast. The love bunch. Ow! Move them in 2 weeks, you're knocked up. Then you figure out after 9 months, you're going to be induced. That's when you find out that he's an abuser in that sense. And you still chose to stay with them and move out of Patty's into his house. No, there's more of a story here with the type of lifestyle that Malaya was living. And you're not going to be able to blame the substances. You're not going to be able to blame anything but your fucking self. So all of this stuff she very well could have hid from her immediate family in that sense, but it would be difficult not to tell that she's not quite right. There's a reason why she's living with Patty. There's a reason why things didn't work out with Cody. And it wasn't always in just the other person. There's another person involved in this toxic relationship that you keep getting yourself into as well, and it's you. No, it's a combination of things. I'm not saying that's all her fault for them getting isolated. The road to hell is paved with good intentions with these tweakers. They did it to themselves because of their lifestyle. The isolation, the cutting off of family just comes with the territory. The likelihood is that she's a substance abuser herself, not just alcohol. And we're not blaming it on the drugs. You're blaming it on the person who's abusing the drugs. And there's all kinds of substance abuse within that home on a constant basis since the get-go. What's going on, Some Beach? Old Dougie Hutton. I love Dougie. Old Dougie Hutton has popped up on TT. What is that? I am Doug. Please. He is getting sassy with, oh, you'll see. What are you talking about? Oh, it is Some Beaches, Doug. Is that you, Dougie? How come you got a chick's... I'm so confused. It's got a chick's picture. Oh, TikTok? Thanks. What's he talking about on TikTok? Yeah, Annette Conway, the kids did look taken care of until she got with Daniel in that sense. Yep. Pictures can be deceiving too, though. But I agree with you. I'm not saying that it was intentional. It just goes along with, this is the damage that drugs do to you. This is what the damage of substance abuse, your party lifestyle, in which you couldn't wait to get back into while your children were missing Malaya. You're a regular Casey Anthony. That's what Casey Anthony did. And that's what you're doing, allegedly. Megan Boswell. It's possible to change for the worst in a short amount of time as well. And especially after something that... hold on. Fucking driving me up the wall here. Oh, Jesus. Knocking shit off the shelves, running around like they're monkeys with no heads. Let's see. Notice what I didn't do there, Daniel. My children are still alive. Yeah, Dougie blocks me up there on TikTok. You're right, SR. Yeah, Jen, Doug was scamming the sober community. Yeah, he was for a while, wasn't he? Yeah, Miss Bartman. Them talking about the kids' black eyes like it was common. Yeah, there's a problem with that. Even more so now that the kids are missing. So they're both pathological liars. Not just Daniel. Malaya is a lying, thieving, dirty, not living right son of a bitch. Sorry, Cindy. Daughter of a bitch. Like, you ripped off Patty. You stole from her. You guys were stealing money, telling her that you're not paying her back at that. I mean, how lower can you guys get in that sense? You guys together were a criminal duo. You're right, Kelly. A real mother would want a proper burial for her babies. Like, her silence at this point in that sense tells you how little value that she had in regards to Jack and Lily. So there was a whole lot of conditioning. She probably started feeling a lot different about the kids after Cody blocked them out of his life. That was the interview about after the dogs came. CBC Cadaver dogs. Let's see how close we can get. Oh, right here. We got right to it, you guys. Could you believe that? The more information that you put in, the more accurate. And you know what's the... Let's give the devil his due here. Friends, these interviews that the CBC has come out with are just little slices into so much more and so many more valuable little gifts to us, because the interviews are a lot longer and there's a lot more questions in that sense. They're holding it back. What do you say, Michelle? AB. Well, is it... Thank you, Anastasia. See how... Is this thing coming through late? Oh, no. It's coming through early. Lowered Expectations is Mad TV, not SNL. Okay, thank you very much. Justice for Jack and Lily. I'll search that afterwards. Actually, I do know Lowered Expectations. I see it come up and pop up on my screen. It's where they're advertising themselves. They're making those like video profiles, aren't they? That's Lowered Expectations? I do remember that. Hi, I'm Mike, and I'm a middle manager. Yeah, and it tells you all. I know what it is you're talking about. That's from Mad TV. Now I know, Anastasia. Fuck, that is funny. I watch those every time they pop up too. But I didn't at the time back then. Not that I knew of. I don't remember. I don't think so. But I do remember them popping up on my... when I'm scrolling. I appreciate that very much, Anastasia. Hold on here. I have to put ourselves through this free presentation.
Dogs will go in there and won't find anything?
I know for 100%.
Oh, this is before. I know for 100% they won't find anything. Why do you think that... You know, that confidence that Daniel's showing in that 100% statement, in that moment, I think he's speaking to them not finding any evidence of decomposition on their particular property at Garlock Road. Not confident that they're never going to find the kids in that, or what they had to do to hide them, or where he hid them, or his hiding spot. He's got a fucking hiding spot. Probably more than one. And that's going to come out. And he's going to tell the police. He's going to admit, I feel, in the long run. They're going to get an admission out of him. Because of how nonsensical and loose and lack of context, lack of sophistication and sheer desperation of the statements that Daniel has come out with over time, the answer, I believe, is just lying a little bit close to the surface than we would have worried about, in previous months. Daniel's going to be in a position where he's not going to have any other choice, especially after they get through with him in this SA charge and his punishment for it. I think things are going to change. And it's not going to be Daniel becoming more hardened. He's going to be getting soft really quickly. It's the next one. It's the next interview. Danny boy, what did you do? Oh, where the hell is that interview? You think it would pop up right there. Oh, look at the. Here's Danny calling in for help. Hold on, I gotta look at this one. Gotta look at this one before we start. That's the regular CBC. Come on. Let's get this over with. Oh, cheese and rice.
Which continue.
There we go.
The last few days have been very stressful. I mean, ever since the Friday morning, when we noticed that the children were gone. Immediately jumped in the vehicle, surveyed all the areas, many dirt roads, many culverts as I could, and waited for the police to get there.
So again, this search began with family members and has now expanded.
You know, it hasn't stopped since the get-go. You've said two completely different things there. You've searched everywhere you could, all the culverts, and you also waited for the cops to get there? See, those are two different things. How can you be in two spots at once? How can you be there and wait for the cops to get there and have searched everywhere, every road and every culvert? Granted, there isn't a lot of roads to search there around there, fun boy. How many roads around there do you figure you're going to search there, tough guy? So you searched, let's get this straight, guys. Right from day one, what stood out to you the most? The first thing was Daniel's fucking compulsive lying. How is it you can search? How is it you can search, Daniel, from a 4 and a 6-year-old kid that you say just wandered away? You searched every lake and every culvert around the area. Guys, take a look at your screen right now. How many roads can you see? Not very many. You can count them on one hand, fun boy. They're 4 and 6 years old who just got out of your house while you were sleeping. That means they can't be too fucking far away, pal. Why would you have the immediate need to be searching culverts or anything like that? Thinking that they took up shelter, perhaps? How many are there? There's got to be less than 3. Especially a 4 and a 6-year-old kid cannot travel that fast. Therefore, why would you have any reason to be searching in that area? That's perhaps where something like the pink blanket plant comes in. It gives him a reason to take a direction, a reason to go in a certain area because, of course, being the innocent step-parent that he wants us to believe he is, we would have no reason to believe that he planted that blanket in those trees in the moment, giving him a reason to be down there and a reason to be out and continuing a search in another spot. Because, damn it, the kids must have walked out on their own. The victims must be blamed. But instead of giving you instead of speaking to what the hell is really going on here, he's telling you that everything is covered. He's already covered everything even before the cops showed up. He's done everything he possibly could before the RCMP even showed up, and they showed up within 20 minutes. I can't find him anywhere. By the way, neither can you. Vivalda, according to Janie, people might trigger him into doing a porta-peak like a psycho narcissistic mass murderer in that sense. Oh yeah, was that Janie who left that comment underneath my video the other day? Hey Janie, I saw you in your sock account. It's interesting that you brought that up, Drippy. Nobody else out here saw that except there is an individual trying to reprimand me and how I was talking about Daniel in this circumstance and comparing him to that particular individual. Why do you guys keep comparing him to that? Because of the fact that he made the conscious decision to unalive more than one person in a row? Interesting that you're acknowledging the fact of what it is that you've done. Finally, under sock accounts at a distance. Well, that's what we're telling you he's done. Even Danny, when he's under pressure, has to acknowledge the fact that he would be a monster, and he is a monster in that sense. That's what the substances do to you. But unfortunately, you can't put the blame on that because you're the actor. You're the person. You must take responsibility of your own actions. And or lack thereof. They blamed the children for their own injuries. They are fucked. Thank you for the reminder, Mrs. Bartman.
Very stressful. I mean, ever since the Friday morning, when we noticed that the children were gone, immediately jumped in the vehicle, surveyed all the areas, many dirt roads, many culverts as I could, and waited for the police to get there.